Legend of Yufei, Chapter 65.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The story kicks off basically moments after a prison break.
Yes, total chaos.
Yeah.
They've just sprung Yulei from jail in Gua Prefecture. The jailers are, completely freaking out. They realize the main guy, Yulei, is gone.
And the crackdown is instant, right? 40 strokes for the guards who missed him. That's brutal. And then a citywide manhunt.
Swift, severe, and, totally useless. Because Yulei and his group, the source calls them the Little Brothers, the Zong Xiao Diction, they're already gone.
Long gone.
Across the Yangtze River, they ditched the boat, got pack animals, and they're heading straight for Wulin.
Wulin. That's Hangzhou now, isn't it? The capital.
That's right, straight into the heart of Qin Hui's power. They're literally running towards the danger, not away from it.
Okay, so this first stop they make, the Wang Luodian Inn, outside the North Sin Gate, seems important.
It really is. It looks totally ordinary from the outside. But two things signal something's different. First, there's this couplet on the wall.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Life is not allowed to be without events. Why must one always take the state of the world seriously?
Sounds a bit cynical. Maybe trying to stay out of trouble.
You'd think so, right? Like, keep your head down. But then you step inside the common room, the main area, and there's a spirit tablet.
Okay.
And it's not for some ancestor. It's dedicated to Yufei. Du de Yuan Shua Yu Gongji Lingwei. Wait, hold on. The executed Yufei, right outside the capital.
Yeah. It's stunningly defiant, not neutral at all.
So who is this innkeeper, Wang De?
Well, this is the amazing part. He tells them he used to be a jailer. Not just any jailer, but at the Dali Temple.
The Dali Temple, wasn't that where?
Exactly, the High Court, where they held political prisoners, where Yufei himself was held before. Well, before the end.
Wow. So he worked for the system that killed the man he now secretly honors? That's quite a turnaround.
It is. He says he quit because the money felt wrong. He called it Quiximpian, deceitful money. He was afraid of, karmic payback for being part of it.
A crisis of conscience, then, not just losing a job.
Totally. And he wasn't alone. He mentions his boss, Magistrate Ni, also quit and went home. So even within Qin Hui's bureaucracy, people were just walking away. They couldn't stomach it.
Incredible. So when they tell him who Yulei is...
He flips, instantly becomes their ally, treats them like family.
Yeah.
But he also gives them a serious reality check.
Right, the danger zone. What's the warning?
Qin Hui's got the tomb site locked down, constant patrols, 300 soldiers under an official named Feng Zong, daylight visit, suicide.
So midnight is the only chance.
The only way. They agree, give Wang De some silver for the offerings, and decide to scout the city first.
Makes sense. But things don't quite go according to that careful plan, do they?
Not even close. Instead of just scouting, they end up at a wine house. And they don't just have a drink.
Oh, no.
They drink heavily.
Yeah.
Until sunset.
Wait, seriously. On this incredibly dangerous secret mission, they get drunk. That sounds less than strategic.
It's absolutely baffling from a tactical standpoint, but maybe understandable from a human one. Their rage is just boiling over.
Okay, so they stumble out, and then what?
They happen to walk right past the Prime Minister's residence. Huge, sprawling place. Zijin, the cautious one, whispers, that's the traitor Qin Hui's house. Quiet.
But one of them, Nupong,
Yeah.
he's not the quiet type, especially after drinking.
Not at all. He's furious. They're just sneaking past. He needs to do something, so he just peels off. Goes rogue.
Oh, boy. Solo mission, what does he do?
He spots a big sedan chair parked in the horse lane, hides in it till midnight. Then, like something out of an action story, he climbs a tree, gets over the wall, pries roof tiles open, and drops down inside the compound.
Okay, he's in. Then what?
He finds a man in the room he lands in. Doesn't hesitate. Attacks him, beats him, stomps him. Kills him.
Just like that. Who was it?
Well, that's the thing. After the man is dead, Nutong looks around. He's not in Chen Hui's bedroom. He's in the Huapao Huafang,
What, now?
the fireworks and gunpowder storage room.
Oh my god, he killed the fireworks maker, not Qin Hui?
Exactly. Total accident. Or, well, accidental target. So he improvises. He grabs some firecrackers, figures he can use them at the tomb later. Then, while cursing Qin Hui, he calls him a jianzai, a traitor, a, 10,000 generation bastard. He flicks the soot from the oil lamp.
The Dengmai.
Yeah, the lamp soot. Right into the gunpowder.
In boom.
Big boon. Lian Chengxian, the source says. Raging inferno. Flames shooting to the sky.
So he succeeded in causing chaos, but now he's trapped.
Exactly. Smoke, fire, everywhere he's done for. But then, intervention number one happens.
What kind of intervention?
Out of nowhere, this figure, Zheng Bao, appears in the smoke,
Mm.
lifts Newtongue up like he weighs nothing, and just carries him out of there.
Wow. Just plucked him out.
But what's also interesting is Qinhui's reaction. He wakes up, sees a couple of small rooms burning,
And assumes.
assumes the fireworks maker messed up and caused an accident. He has no idea an enemy agent was inside his walls setting fires. Newtongue's reckless act worked, kind of, but only because Zhang Bao saved him from the consequences.
Okay, so Newtongue is safe, but what about the others back at the inn? They must be frantic.
Totally panicked. Newtongue's just vanished.
Yeah.
But Zhuge Jin, he does his thing. Uses divination as Yuzan Yigua, a sleeve reading.
Like fortune telling.
Sort of, yeah. And he
Yeah.
tells the others, don't worry, the reading is fine. Guaxiang Wufeng, no harm shown.
And he predicts where Newtongue will show up.
Precisely. Says he'll meet them at Kikia Ridge, Kixialing, which is where the tomb is.
So they trust the magic reading and head to the tomb.
They do. They get the offerings from Wangdi and make their way there. And sure enough,
Don't tell me.
as they're setting up, Newtongue literally gets dropped out of the sky right in front of them.
Zhang Bao delivery service.
Apparently. So prophecy fulfilled. But then the emotion of the moment, being in his father's resting place, it just hits Yulei.
Understandable.
He sets down the offerings, is completely overcome with grief, and just faints. Collapses right there. Yun Dao Zaidi.
Oh, poor guy. So they need to be quiet now. Help him.
You'd think. But Newtongue, fresh off his arson success, and maybe still a bit buzzed, remembers the firecrackers he stole.
No, don't do it.
He does it. He and some of the others pull them out and set them all off.
At midnight. At the secret tomb.
A huge, massive barrage of noise.
Wow.
Hong Nian Jia Xiang Qila. It's like they're announcing their presence to the whole city.
That is spectacularly bad timing.
Didn't the innkeeper warn them about patrols? He did. And Feng Zong, the commander of those 300 soldiers, hears this enormous racket. He knows exactly where it's coming from.
The tomb.
The tomb. He immediately leads his troops straight there.
So the companions, they realize they're caught.
Oh, yeah. Total panic. They scatter, run for the hills behind the tomb. But in the chaos,
What?
they forget Yulei.
They left him unconscious by the tomb.
They just left him there. It's unbelievable. Human error at its absolute peak.
So Feng Zong arrives.
Finds the offering, sees the unconscious guy,
Yeah.
checks his face against the wanted picture. It's him, Yulei. Feng Zong is overjoyed, binds him up, throws him over his saddle.
Mm-hmm.
Mission accomplished for Qianhui's man.
It seems like mortal efforts just keep failing here. Is this the end for Yulei?
He wakes up, realizes he's captured, being carried off, probably to his death. But he has one last desperate move.
What can he do, tied up on a horse?
As they ride past a big tree with low branches, he manages to hook his feet onto one. Uses all his strength. Pulls himself, Feng Zong, and the horse right off balance and into the lake nearby.
Chaos. In the water now.
Total chaos.
Yeah.
Soldiers rushing forward, but then intervention number 2.
Supernatural again.
You bet.
Yeah.
As the soldiers approach the lake, this icy wind in Yinfeng suddenly blows out all their torches, plunges everything into darkness and panic.
Okay. And in the darkness.
Yilei is being pulled from the water,
Hmm.
but not by human hands. It's his sister, Ms. Yinping.
His sister. But didn't she?
She had died earlier, yes, committed suicide in protest. But here she appears not as a ghost, but different. Wearing a star crown, a crane cloak Xingguan, Hichong, the garb of an immortal.
So she's like a deity now.
Seems so. A powerful spiritual being. She lifts Yilei right out of the water into the air to safety.
And Feng Zong, the guy who captured him.
No escape for him. Yingping actively blows him further out into the center of the lake, and he drowns. Yulei, he's just had this desperate, almost unbelievable escape, and he's found by Old Man Zhang and his wife.
The tofu makers.
The tofu makers, just 2 kind people. Zhang is 56, and the text mentions he's sonless, which seems important. He just assumes this young guy, Yulei, got robbed and fell in the river or something.
So pure compassion initially.
Totally. Gives him shelter, dry clothes, food. It's just genuine, unasked for human kindness. You don't see it that often.
And we know Zhang's motive is, well, pretty pure here. Having no son, maybe he feels this paternal pull towards this vulnerable young man.
Makes sense.
But he's a simple guy. And simple conversation in this kind of situation, well, it turns out to be catastrophic.
Oh, absolutely. So they're sitting there. Maybe Yulei is finally feeling a little bit warm, a little bit safe for a second.
Huh?
And Old Man Zhang just starts talking, reminiscing. He starts praising Yu Yuanshua Yulei's father, calling him a great hero, lamenting how he was betrayed and killed.
Oh, Right in front of him.
Right in front of him. And then Zhang just casually mentions that the search for the general's descendants, the fugitive Yu Lei, well, it's still going on.
Oof, he's basically narrating the wanted poster that Yu Lei knows is plastered everywhere.
Can you imagine listening to someone describe the bounty on your own head while they're being nice to you?
The irony is just brutal. The kindness leads directly to the danger. And things escalate almost immediately, right? Because then these two local officers show up.
Yep. Two figures from the local patrol office, low-level guys, bowmen, named Zhao Da and Keener. They're just there for some tofu pulp.
Breakfast run?
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
But old man Zhang sees them, recognizes they're government people, and he starts to panic.
Understandably.
He tries to cover, really clumsily. Says Yu Lei is his nephew, Zhang Xiaosan, who lives far away.
And that lie, that quick panic lie, that's what sinks them both, isn't it?
Totally. Because these bowmen, maybe they're low rank, but they're not stupid. They're paying attention.
Right. They're observant, looking for anything unusual. They hear the lie.
And Zhao Da just immediately points out the flaw. It's perfect, simple logic. You're Zhang, he says. How can your nephew also be named Zhang?
Ah, the name thing. Such a basic slip-up.
Devastatingly simple. And maybe more importantly, in that moment, that hesitation, they look closer at Yu Lei's face.
They connect it.
They connect it.
Yeah.
His face is identical to the wanted poster. Game over.
And what's really striking there is, how effective the state's reach is. Even these two random guys just out for breakfast, basically.
Yeah.
They have the face of a top priority national fugitive memorized, or at least recognizable enough. This isn't just some minor arrest for them. The text is explicit.
Yeah.
They realize this capture means wealth and honor.
They've hit the jackpot.
Exactly, their personal jackpot.
So Yu Lei sees it's over. He kind of resigns himself, basically tells them, okay, take me, go get your reward.
A sort of grim acceptance.
Yeah, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The story pivots. It stops being about the big national hunt for a second.
And becomes a local shakedown.
Precisely. A localized mugging.
Yeah.
Because these bowmen, they haven't actually gotten their wealth yet. And they immediately turn on old man Zhang.
The guy who helped the fugitive, even accidentally.
Right. They pivot straight to extortion. Poor old man Zhang is pleading, I had no idea. He was just some wet kid.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. They accuse him of harboring a royal fugitive, Zhang, which is serious. And the threat of being hauled before the magistrate. For a simple guy like Zhang, that's terrifying. It can mean ruin.
So he has to buy his way out.
He has to. And what's the price for his freedom? It's not silver. It's not gold. He doesn't have that stuff.
So what does he offer?
To avoid court, Zhang offers the only real asset he seems to own. It's so specific, it's almost comical. A litter of small pigs.
Pigs? Seriously?
Seriously, a whole litter of them.
And they actually take the pigs.
They take the pigs, they accept the livestock bribe. And this, I think, is a really crucial point for you, the listener, to grasp.
Right, the scale of corruption here.
Exactly. These low-level guys, they're operating on, subsistence corruption. They're not thinking about promotions or status yet. They want immediate, tangible stuff.
Pigs are food. Pigs are wealth you can, use right away.
Right. It's food security on the hoof. So they take the pigs, let the old man go, his silence and cooperation bought. And then they take the high-value prize, Yu Lei, to the magistrate. It shows how completely warped their priorities are.
Okay, so Zhang is safe thanks to his pigs. But Yu Lei is now heading up the chain of command.
Yep. He's delivered to the magistrate, the local patrol inspector. And here we meet the real face of regional tyranny, a guy named Lu Muking. He's from Suzhou, and the story pulls no punches, calls him extremely greedy and vicious.
Ah, so we've moved up from petty bribery to more ambitious corruption.
Oh, yeah. Lu Muking is playing a totally different game than his bowmen. He doesn't want pigs.
He wants prestige, power, promotion.
Bingo. The second he hears the name Yu Lei, he sees his ticket to the big time. He doesn't even waste time with a proper trial or, any legal formalities.
Really due process here.
Not a chance. He instantly declares this capture as his own massive achievement. And who pays the price for his ambition?
The whole town, I bet.
The whole town of Wushan. Lu Muking immediately orders everyone, the townspeople, to send gifts, celebratory items, to mark his great success and upcoming promotion.
Wow. So mass extortion, he's basically forcing them to throw him a party.
He is. It's the absolute peak of localized tyranny. This grand national hunt for a hero's son just becomes an excuse for one greedy official to fleece everybody.
You can just imagine the scene, right? People scrambling, having to bring boxes, wine, fruit, whatever they have, to the government office.
All to celebrate this corrupt guy's success, totally under duress. It's a perfect example of how huge national policies could just translate into fear and, well, poverty for ordinary folks.
So the town's terrified. Lu Moking's busy counting his involuntary gifts, and Yulei is locked up. Seems pretty bleak.
It does. But thankfully, this narrative moves fast. Things are about to change again.
The rescue.
The rescue. Yulei's 6 sworn brothers arrive in Wuzhen. They're led by this really sharp guy, Zhuge Jin, nicknamed the Divine Calculator So.
A strategist.
Right. And Zhuge Jin had actually predicted brilliantly that they'd find Yulei right here in Wuzhen after he disappeared.
So they arrive, and what do they see?
Well, the first thing they notice isn't Yulei in chains. It's the weird atmosphere in town. These forced celebrations for the magistrate.
They sense something's wrong. The fake party gives it away.
Exactly. They put 2 and 2 together really fast. They quickly disguise themselves, decide to pose as traveling merchants.
Okay. Infiltrate the system. Good plan.
And they know their strategy has to play right into the magistrate's biggest weakness.
Which is?
His greed, obviously, but also his massive vanity.
Okay. Pride comes before fall and all that.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So they approach Lu Moking playing the role of these wealthy merchants. They offer him a really hefty gift of silver, like 5 or 6 ingots. Big money.
Fettering him up.
They say, oh, we heard the amazing news. We just had to come congratulate our esteemed countryman, the magistrate, for achieving such incredible merit.
Okay, so they've got his attention with the silver. He's feeling pretty good about himself, but they need to get to Yulei.
Right. They need the perfect distraction. And this is where they deploy I think, the most brilliant piece of psychological trickery in the whole scene.
Oh, yeah. What do they do?
I love this bit. After they hand over the silver, flattering him, they lean in and ask this critical, completely distracting question. They ask, is the rumor true? Is it true that Yulei has a third eye on the back of his head?
A third eye? Where did that come from?
Isn't it genius?
Wait, why? Why that specific weird lie? Was that like a known myth about him or just pure invention?
I think it's pure invention, and it's perfect. Because think about it. It forces Lu Moking, who's already dazzled by the silver and puffed up with pride, it forces him to switch from thinking about the value of his prisoner to thinking about the nature of his prisoner. If Yulei had a third eye, he wouldn't be a noble captive, a symbol of Lu's achievement. He'd be
a monster, a freak, less prestigious.
Exactly. So Lu Moking, thrilled with the cash and now eager to show off that his prize isn't some sideshow oddity, he just dismisses the rumor instantly. Calls it monstrous nonsense.
No, he's perfectly normal.
Better than normal. He actually boasts that Yulei is a good-looking person, Soya. And here's the crucial mistake. Blinded by the silver and his own vanity. He lets the 6 brothers, these supposed merchants, go into the back hall to see the prisoner for themselves. He figures, what's the harm? Let them have a quick peek at my handsome, valuable captive.
He lets 6 armed men, disguised armed men, get right next to his golden goose because he wants to brag.
His ego completely overrides his common sense. His greed and vanity literally unlock the door to his own downfall.
So what happens when they get to the back?
All hell breaks loose, basically. The second the brothers reach the back hall, it just explodes into action. They find Yulei, who it turns out maybe didn't even need that much help.
Oh, he breaks himself out.
Yeah. The text says he shatters the cage just by stomping his feet and twists his handcuffs right off. Incredible strength.
Wow. Okay.
Then they all quickly arm themselves with whatever's handy back there. It looks like clubs and bamboo strips.
So the jailbreak is quick.
Wow.
Violent. Decisive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The narrative gives the townspeople immediate, very satisfying justice. Against Lu Moking. As he's scrambling, probably realizing his mistake, one of the brothers, Weiyang Kongshan, just grabs the fortune stick holder right off the magistrate's desk.
Yeah.
And just crushes Lu Moking's skull with it. Brains everywhere. Instant verdict delivered.
Brutal.
And the text makes a point of adding this little detail. Lu Moking never got to spend a single penny of all those gifts he'd forced out of the townspeople.
Poetic justice, in a grim sort of way. The ill-gotten gains remained unused.
Exactly. And then there's the escape. How do 7 guys, after killing the magistrate, get out of town.
Well, given how much everyone hated Lu Moke.
You got it.
Yeah.
The escape is basically facilitated by the entire community, the townspeople. They hate the corrupt magistrate. So what do?
They look the other way.
Better. They actively help by not helping the authorities. They just close their doors, stay inside, offer zero resistance, no witnesses.
Passive assistance.
Pretty much. So the seven brothers just melt away into the darkness. They escape Wuzhen easily. The common folk basically gave them safe passage because, well, their local tyrant problem had just been solved quite definitively.